Hey Ryan, my name's Kyle. In this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 things you could do today to bring in more high quality HVAC jobs to your business. Now, I know you're probably sitting there thinking like, all right, man, why would some marketing guy be doing this for free? And what's the catch, right? Here's the deal. Most HVAC guys are out there way too busy running jobs, doing calls to really understand how the internet works. And honestly, man, you've probably been through your fair share of marketing experts who really don't understand anything about your business. So what I found is that by giving HVAC guys a free blueprint of actual things they can take and implement, some of them end up saying, you know what? I like you, Kyle. Dude, just handle this technical stuff for me so I can just focus on what I do best, okay? So by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more service calls and jobs. Then obviously you could just shoot a message right back, okay? Or if you want to take this free blueprint and tackle it yourself, then that works for me too, all right? But now let me jump in and show you 3 things you guys can do to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine, okay? So the first thing we're going to start off with here is content. Now, most business owners, they know they need content on their front page, but typically don't know how much or what the right content is, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you your biggest competitor. And by the way, I know you guys are in Windsor. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get more jobs here in Fort Collins specifically, but just know that the same exact concepts apply for literally any area that you serve, whether it's Windsor, Greeley, really anywhere. The same exact concepts apply. But the reason why I'm choosing Fort Collins is because that's where most of the traffic is, okay? And so in Fort Collins, your biggest competitor, Fort Collins Heating and Air, is currently stealing most of the high quality jobs there because they're ranking at that top spot, okay? So what I'm going to do is, what we're going to do together actually is we're going to see how many words they have on their front page. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, okay, Kyle, that's great, but why are you doing that, right? Well, typically to rank number 1 and qualify for those high quality jobs, that you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your front page, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy all the words that they currently have here, okay, top to bottom. We're going to go to a word counter here and paste it in. And it looks like right now they have about 700 words, which is pretty solid, okay? It's pretty good. All right, now let's go and check out your site here, man, and let's see how you guys are matching up in terms of wording, okay? So let's try to copy everything from top to bottom. Go back to the word counter here, paste it in. And it looks like right now you guys have about 776 words. Okay, now what does this mean? If you have more words than them and you're actually not ranking number 1, then either number 1, you don't have the right keywords or enough keywords, or number 2, you don't have enough backlinks, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But to give you a better look at the keywords that I was talking about, I'm going to show you a tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. Okay, it's a few $100s a month. But essentially what it does is it gives me the behind the scenes details of exactly what Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what you guys actually show up here for when people are searching for HVAC services here in the area, okay? So we'll start with Fort Collins Heating first. So put their website into here. We're going to click on keywords. Now, by the way, what is a keyword? It's basically what people are typing into Google, okay? So as you can see, they're showing up on the top spot or the front page for Fort Collins Heating and Air, furnace replacement, heating replacement, heat pump repair, pump installation, commercial heating repair, right? And many, many, many more. And if you look at the traffic here, do you see how it says 482, 361, 141, 80, 60, 60? So they're getting at least around 2,000 people just in Fort Collins or the Fort Collins area alone clicking on their website and looking for their HVAC services specifically, okay? Which is actually really solid. All right, now let's go and check out your guys' site here and let's see what you guys are showing up here for. All right, when people are searching for HVAC services. So let's go and put your website into here. And it actually looks like you guys are only showing up for about 1 keyword, and that's HVAC Windsor, Colorado. Okay, but even for this keyword, if you look closely, it actually looks like this is lost, which means to Google, you're showing up as spam, and you're actually not showing up at all. So do you see the difference here? This is the importance of getting your online presence done correctly. So if you want to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition here in the area, you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. Okay, super, super key to claiming those high quality jobs. All right. Now, the second thing I'm going to show you here is going to be citations. Okay. Now, just to give you a better look, I'm just going to look up HVAC Windsor just so you could see. But I know you're probably thinking like, dude, what is a citation and why does it even matter? Right? Well, typically when anybody searches anything on Google, let's just say, for example, HVAC Windsor, right? There's actually research done from Google that about 40% of people are going to click right here on this map pack. And do you see how Christopher's Heating and Cooling is currently shown up number 1, even though they don't even have the most reviews? This is not because of the reviews. Okay, it's not because they have pretty pictures on there or a big company or anything like that. It's because they have the most citations. Okay, now what are those? That is your business name, address, and phone number listed consistently across the internet. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, all right, Kyle, that's great, but how do I get those, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to post your business name, address, and phone number in industry related directories. Okay, this could be like, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, Yahoo Local, right? These are all directories you want to be in, and your competitors are currently in more of these than you guys are. So to get into the game, you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC. And when you do show up on the top spot on the map pack, then we actually add about 50 to 100 more directories. So once you're there, it takes your competitors a long time to catch back up. Okay, so super, super important to get this dialed in. And now that you know how to, let me show you the real moneymaker, all right, which would be backlinks. Now, why do I say that? Because again, 40% of people are going to click on this map pack. Okay. But actually about 60% of people are going to click on one of these first few websites that they see. And when I search for, HVAC in Windsor, when I search HVAC Fort Collins, HVAC Greeley, anything like that, I don't see you guys pop up here at all. Okay. So to get into the game, you're going to need backlinks. That is other relevant websites linking back to your website. Okay. It's kind of like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. For example, let's say, you have a local blog page or maybe even an industry site linking back to you, then that's perfect. That's amazing. But obviously, if you're an HVAC guy, you have, McDonald's linking back to you, that ain't so great, right? Because you don't sell burgers. So let's go back to Ahrefs here and let's see what backlinks your competitor currently has that's getting them to that top spot, okay? So let's go back here. Click on backlinks. And it looks like right now your biggest competitor in Fort Collins has about 1,000 backlinks, which is pretty solid. But again, how do we get these? How do we beat them? Well, essentially what we do is we just go down this entire list of links and match the same exact links for your business or your website. So that way you guys show up at that number 1 spot, okay? So I want you to understand at this point, claiming more high quality jobs, outranking your competition, no matter how big they are, and showing the areas you serve you're the authority, it isn't some magic trick, all right? There's no genie flying around Google or anything like that. It's literally just a method. But, I'm sure you probably don't care that much about more website traffic, right? You care about growing the business, right? Help your family and your team. So let me show you what this means for your guys' bottom line by actually getting this done, okay? Now again, before I jump into this breakdown here is for Fort Collins specifically, okay? This is accounting any other city in Colorado. Obviously, if we add in Windsor, Greeley, Loveland, start adding more cities, there's actually way more people searching, all right? But in Fort Collins alone, there's actually about 18,000 people searching for HVAC services every single month, as you can see here, okay? Now, let's do some conservative math here. Actually, very conservative. And let's say out of those 18,000 people, let's just say only 5% of those people are even convertible, okay? That would mean an extra 900 potential book jobs for your company every month. All right. Now, let's say you guys go out there, you take those calls, you do the estimates, and let's say you guys close, 40% of those jobs, right? That would mean an extra 360 closed and booked jobs for your company on a monthly basis. What would this mean for you, man? In terms of growing the business, right? Maybe hiring more guys and keeping them busy year round, right? In terms of revenue, right? So this ain't some pie in the sky thing. This is exactly what happens when HVAC guys get their online presence done correctly, all right? So just to recap what we covered today, first thing is going to be content. So you want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords, okay? Second thing is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to rank above your competition. And lastly, it's going to be backlinks, okay? Meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to yours to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the number one choice when it comes to HVAC. And if you implement this, you will be number one. I'm sure you're probably thinking like, dude, listen, I'm a business owner, right? I'm a contractor. I'm not some computer geek, right? Well, look, you could either number one, take this free blueprint, tackle it yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you could just reply right back to this message, okay? Again, my name's Kyle. I live right here in Colorado, so I even love to meet you in person. But if it's easier, just reply back to this message. My number is 719-396-1510. But at the very least, I hope this is educational for you guys. Showed you a few things you can implement right now to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, okay? So at the least, just give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Get out there and we'll talk soon.